Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my first tutorial. This is a tutorial for elevators. As I promised a long time ago, 9 months ago. I hope you enjoy. First elevator I'll showcase is the water column elevator. But not this one, it's this one. This one actually uses redstone, and I'm showcasing it because it uses nether update mechanics. But it's a well-known design. I will just show it because of the nether update mechanics. By the way guys, I have a little tip for you people in creative. There's a block called structure void that is just air, but it acts like a block so water can flow through it and something. So it blocks the water stream and you don't need to use fence gates, trapdoors, doors, whatever. It's obtainable by /give add p structure underscore void. That way you obtain the block. I already have it in my inventory, that's why I got it twice. And when you hold it in your hand, it's just like a barrier block. You can see it, and when you don't see it. What you'll need for this project is 3 observers, 2 stone pressure plates, or actually any kind of pressure plates, an X amount of walls of any kind, 2 stairs of any kind, 6 magma blocks, 6 soul sand, 12 regular pistons, an X amount of glass, an X amount of regular or just decorative blocks, 1 button of any kind, 1 sticky piston. Okay, this is a tricky one. You can either use 4 fence gates, 2 doors, or just 4 trapdoors of any kind for everything. Or you can just use whatever you want. Okay, it started raining, that's unfortunate. But then 8 repeaters, and finally 18 redstone dust. To start off, you will dig an area which is 7 by 12 by 3. It's actually just by 2, because you don't need to dig this upper area. Just dig down 1 block, and underneath the floor layer, dig out an area which is 7 by 12 by 2 in the height. The next step will be to find the middle of the 12 blocks. I'm using glass so you can count the blocks for yourself. To find the middle, which is exactly here. Oh, that's embarrassing. Which is here for me. Then place 2 redstone dust on top of it, 1 repeater and 0 tick delay, a block in front of the repeater, 4 redstone dust next to the block, another repeater facing this direction, 3 blocks, 3 redstone dust on the top of them, another 3 redstone dust on the bottom next to them, a repeater for each on 2 ticks delay, another 3 blocks, and now placing the pistons facing in this direction. It's 6 pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how it should look like. Next step is to place in the soul sand, 6 soul sand on this side. Then count the blocks from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place 3 blocks here, 4 blocks apart. 3 repeaters facing into them on 2 ticks delay each. 3 redstone dust behind the repeaters. 3 blocks. 3 redstone dust on a block, then the pistons again, 4, 5, 6, and then place in the magma blocks. This It's just this one mirrored on this side. But don't connect it to this. This is for this side, and this side will have a different activating mechanism, which looks like this. Okay, yeah. You should place in the observers before you place in the magma blocks. I made a mistake. So this observer is facing down, and these are facing to this direction. Then you just need to place in a block here, so this observer can power this block, which powers these redstone dust, which then can activate the repeaters and the pistons. Then, if you broke the magma blocks like me, just place them back in, and here you go. This is done. For this mechanism to start this one, you need 2 blocks above these 2 dusts, and now you can use the pressure plates, and this way you activate it. See, it all worked. I closed up all of the redstone, so now you can only see the pressure plates, the salt sand, and from here on you place in 2 stairs from where the pressure plates are. Then you place decorative blocks around it. If you want, you can also just leave it the block it is. Then put glass all around it. Or if you aren't rich on sand or on glass, you can just use normal blocks, but this one has to stay glass or any other unsolid block like glowstone, because the walls don't connect to glass, but if it's a normal block they will connect, which breaks the mechanism. So you have to use a not solid block for the walls to not connect. Other than that, you are free to use any block you want around it to make the water column elevator go up. But remember, you have to use a not solid block here. I'm not gonna make it as high as this one, just for the sake of it, to show you, in case you. I'll build this up, I'll set a cut, and I'll see you when I'm done. Then, after you build it up to this top, you will need to put in a wall right here that is 3 high. You can also close up the sides to make it look better. Place the 1 button here, a sticky piston here, an end rod facing in top or bottom direction. Doesn't work when it's facing on the side direction. Or wait, I can test it later, but it shouldn't. So end rod like this, and then you will need the walls like here. You can see they are in a 3 next to each other, and because of the 1.16 update, they are closed and they interact with each other. Before it was looking really weird, but now they made it look cool. So just pull up a wall from the bottom to the top, and once this is done, you will see by pressing this button there will be an input, because the walls transform to a different state. The observer detects it and it's giving an output. But if you don't have an end rod, you can just use 1 more redstone dust, which makes 19 instead of 18. Put the sticky piston here, use a normal block, and put the redstone dust here. Works the same. As you can see, you can hear the pistons, it give an output. Now, the taller your build is, the longer it will take for it to travel down, because it doesn't update instantly, but it's pretty quick still. It's not instant, but it's quick. Now, the next step is you will take your trapdoors or normal doors or whatever and put them in here. Oh well, I just realized you can't use normal doors because this is there. If you put normal blocks there, you can use doors, but no, you can't put normal blocks there. Just forget everything I said. then just use trapdoors or fence gates, or if you're in creative, use structure void blocks. But now do this and fill all of it with water source blocks. How you do it is your thing. There are multiple tricks, for example with kelp, that you can use. I'm in creative, so I can just use a water bucket, but for you in survival it will be easier to use to fill the top and just put kelp everywhere to the top and then break the kelp. It will make everything to water source blocks. That's unfortunate. I actually waterlogged the trapdoor, but now it's working, and as you can see, if I go up, there's still one block missing, and still now it's fully working. No, it's not. Or yeah, you can see it by the bubbles. If they don't go to the max level, it means there's somewhere something missing. But now it should be everywhere except for here. Okay, no. So no. This really awkward. Okay, so now you can see all the bubbles reach the top, and if you press the button, it will take a while for the bubbles to transform into pulling bubbles instead of pushing, but now you can see you go down. Next one is the flying machine, the 2x2 flying machine elevator. This one is actually the one I promised a tutorial on. This is the one I made a video about. What you will need for the 2x2 flying machine is 2 glass of any kind, 7 observers, 11 slime or honey blocks, 2 sticky pistons, 7 regular pistons, an X amount of glass terracotta of any kind, an X amount of decorative blocks, 27 no, this is wrong, 25 blocks you will need for redstone, 24 redstone dust, 2 redstone comparators, 2 redstone repeaters, 2 redstone torches, 2 buttons, and 1 not movable block, like obsidian. The first step is find a 2x2 area that you want to build an elevator in. Then select the spot where you want to walk in, which in my case is from this side. So place the obsidian on the right bottom corner from the side you're looking at. For the next step, let's build the flying machine itself. Place a piston like this. Now as a showcase you can also use honey. Then on the regular piston place 2 honey or slime blocks, an observer facing upwards, 1 sticky piston. I don't have any in my inventory, so 1 sticky piston facing upwards, 2 more honey blocks, sticky piston facing downwards, 1 observer facing in that piston. On top of that observer, place a piston firing in this direction. Then next to it, place a slime block or honey block. Then above it, place 2, so that you have already placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slime or honey blocks. Next step is place a sticky piston on top of this, and a regular piston on top of this honey or slime block. Then put a 2x2 area of slime or honey blocks and put your blocks of choice on top of them. This is the flying machine. It's not done yet. You will need 3 more observers to finish it. 1 observer facing this piston, the other one faces in this one and this one. So just 1 here and 1 here. What you'll see now is that this observer powers this piston, this one powers this one, and this one either powers this one or this one. This observer will be moved to the sides, and it will decide if this is getting pushed up or pulled down. The next step will be to place a block here, a regular piston or sticky piston, but regular piston does it as well, that's facing into this direction, so the observer can detect it if it's pushing out. Then a regular block on top of it, an observer facing into that block, then redstone dust above the observer, two glass blocks like this, redstone on top of them, and a piston that's facing into this observer. Then what you can do is try it out by placing a button here, and as you can see, it starts flying. And it will stop because the push limit is reached. For you to make it stop flying, you can also just place an obsidian on top of here for the beginning, but then you will remove it and it will look like this at the end, because you will need it for the next step. I marked the blocks for you so you know which ones they are with chiseled nether brick. The next step will be to take a sticky piston and place... Oh, that's weird. Huh. I will report that glitch. Wait, I'm quite interested in what's happening. If I place a block here and put a piston, does it move the block? Well, that's... Does it happen every time? Yes, that's definitely a bug. What happens if there are multiple blocks? Do they all disappear? Nope. Well, if any of you wants to report the bug, here you go. I think it's on the chunk border right here. I can test if it's also happening on the other side. Yes. Oh, it starts happening everywhere. Well, if anyone of Mojang sees this, there's a glitch with sticky pistons. Does it happen with regular pistons is what I'm thinking right now. Nope, only sticky pistons are affected by that. Ah, no, it also stopped. Okay, yeah, that was some weird behavior. Anyways, what you need to do is place down this, then this sticky piston here. Wait, sorry. Place sticky piston here. No, actually place it here, so that it looks like this. The flying machine elevator is here, these 4 blocks, and here will be the entrance. So this is at the back and this is at the side, of the left side. Then copy that on the other side as well. Once you finish that, place down these blocks all around, so that they, if you put redstone on them, can reach every piston. Make it like this, put the block down, take a redstone torch. Sorry, I'm not really prepared. Take a redstone torch, then it can be activated like this. It's 7 to the side and 4 in that direction. Then place another line of blocks here and put redstone on them. That way this piston also gets activated. Then from there on, take another 4 blocks or 5 and take a comparator. The comparator should face in this direction, then another one in that one, so you can make longer redstone pulls. Then take another block, repeat it on this side, another block here, another output here, with a repeater on 4 ticks delay. No, this one is on 4 ticks, sorry. Then make a redstone, another block with redstone on top of it, put a sticky piston down there, take a regular piston, let it face in this direction. Take a redstone torch, put down an observer facing in this direction, in the direction the piston gets pushed to. Place a block there, part of the observer, and this should be the mechanism that triggers the flying machine down. You see, if you look, it will fly down now. So, I also mentioned that you will need glazed terracotta. That's only the case if you want to make a casing around the elevator to make it feel like more realistic, like that one. But then I would recommend adding something to this redstone. I will make it like this. 1 second. Now that this is done, you'll see when this mechanism is triggered, there will be a gap right here. To make the gap not appear, you will have to use another 2 blocks here. No, another 2 blocks here. Put redstone on top of them, and then just put a block here and a piston, a regular piston, facing into the direction of these pistons, so it can push the block back. What will happen now is the block gets pushed and then immediately gets pushed back. This way it looks nicer and doesn't have any holes in the design. This is the entire mechanism. Now if I activate the flying machine, it will fly up, and when it's on top I can press this button. Oh yeah, by the way, to link this button, just put a repeater facing into this block and then just connect it to some redstone wiring to your button of choice. If I press this button, it will go down and these blocks will push back. These have to be movable blocks for it to work, so don't use obsidian or something there, or glazed terracotta. This was the 2x2 flying machine. By the way, I just noticed what happened after the clip. I pressed Control and then picked an activated piston, like this one, and it has data on it, which means it thinks it's still powered, and then gives it out this pulse. I don't know what way this is useful, because it kind of breaks a lot of stuff, but I think this piston is 0 ticking as well, like Java pistons. It can be useful information. It's only available with control and if you control and middle mouse click an activated piston. I can also try it out with a regular piston. I don't know if that works as well, but it should. So control, middle mouse click, and yes. So this was causing the problem. It's no glitch. Don't report it. It's a normal game feature. Last one on the list, the cabin 2x2 elevator. This is the elevator I'm using on the thumbnail because I decorated this one but didn't do it with the others. This elevator is a more realistic themed one. It actually has all movable blocks while this one doesn't. It has to use terracotta to work. This one doesn't because the sides move, bottom moves, and the top moves. But it comes with a twist. This one, as you can see, is pretty small, while this one is rather big. But for those of you who have a lot of space in a base and want to make a better looking elevator, this is the way to go. Cabin 2x2. What you will need for the 2x2 cabin elevator is 15 glass, 6 droppers, 35 blocks of redstone, 12 observers, 28 slime or honey blocks, an X amount of decorative blocks, 3 redstone torches, 2 redstone blocks, 7 repeaters, 15 sticky pistons, 8 regular pistons, 8 obsidian, and 35 redstone dust. You can use 6 shulker boxes or just add another 6 obsidian, but I would recommend to use the shulker boxes because it looks better. But if you don't have any, just don't take 8 obsidian and take 14. The next step is to place a glass block here, redstone here and here, a repeater on 0 ticks delay, a block here, a block here, block here, and here, and here. Then, in between those blocks, place a repeater facing in this direction on 3 ticks on both sides. Then, place 4 droppers, placing in whatever direction you want, like this. Then 2 redstone dust here and here. And finally, observers. You have to shift click. In creative, you can just shift click and hold space down, and you will shift in the air. Then you place 2 observers facing into the air, into the upper direction, like this. That will be the first step. Oh no, before I forget, also place in 2 obsidian like this. The next step is to take out 2 blocks, place them diagonal to the obsidian in this direction, another 2 blocks, place redstone on both of them, 2 sticky pistons facing upwards, then take out another 2 blocks, place them like this, then place redstone torches on both sides, just like this. Or actually, you can just place a redstone torch on one side and remove this block, so that it looks like this. Then, from there on, place another block and put redstone on both of them. Then, place 3 glass blocks so that it's like a ladder going upwards. Final glass block here. Then, take obsidian, place it like this, and 1 redstone torch on top of the obsidian. Then, next to the redstone torch, place down 2 pistons so that it looks like this. Then, on this side, what you want to do is take out your glass and place it like this, then your obsidian again, redstone torch on the obsidian, so that all the pistons are activated, like a door. This will be the triggering mechanism for the door at the end. Now that I changed the redstone a bit, I have to look. So you will still have to put these blocks here. At the end it will look like this. I'm sorry if I just realized that my tutorials may not be that easy, or my tutorial, this is my first one. So if you don't understand something, ask me in the comments, I will explain it to you better. So this was the second step. Third step, following. Third step is to build with your decorative blocks. You will most likely use them to make your... sorry, I was talking really weird there. Use your decorative blocks to make a layer where you can stand. This is the entrance where the door will be. So this is the door, and there will be this arch around the door. And now the shulker boxes come in, because if you use obsidian here, you will have this black in your build, which some people maybe don't like, or this obsidian. I think it always kinda destroys it, because it makes it look weird. So I use something that matches the color, like shulker boxes. If you would have built with black blocks, like blackstone, you can use obsidian, because it matches the color, but I like to build with quartz. So I use shulker boxes and place them like this, so that they are still white, set like this. Now the shulker boxes face in this direction, and that on both sides. Oh, they are still obsidian. So shulker boxes. Now these are not movable blocks. They have to be not movable blocks, otherwise the flying machine would break. So place in your door blocks, and this is the door mechanism done. When the flying machine comes down, the door will be opened, and as soon as it flies away, to the next layer, to the next level. Then the door will close so no one can go into the redstone, like in real life. Step number 4 is the cabin itself. The cabin is very simple. It's just this part here. Place in 8 honey blocks or slime blocks. I'm using honey blocks to prove that it works with both. Use 8 honey blocks, place in your blocks of choice for the elevator. What I like to do is take something like iron to make it more industrial looking and place it on top and bottom of the elevator. The sides can stay quartz. Then move a line up to where you want to be your top. So this is the back of the elevator. When I walk in, you'll see it's this part here. Sorry for the sound, that was Minecraft. So when you walk in, you'll be in the elevator itself, and then it will start flying up. Oops. What you want to do then is go around to the back, take out your glass again, and start building this up by 5 blocks, like 5 glass blocks. From there on, place your block of choice. I use quartz so it matches, and take out the shulker box if you're using them and place it like this. Then go into the elevator and place in a button. This is the starting mechanism. The next step is to build your flying machine. For this, you will take out 2 honey blocks, place them like this, then take a redstone block, place it on the side so that it triggers or activates this redstone. This redstone will open this side, and then you just need another 2 honey blocks and this. The flying machine, I will build it on one side, it will be mirrored on the other. It's just the same flying machine on 2 sides. Then build up 2 blocks from here. Take out your... No. Yes, that's right. Take out your regular pistons and sticky pistons and observers. Place a regular piston facing down, observer above the piston facing up, 1 sticky piston. Then from there, put 4 honey blocks upwards, then 2 to the side, so that it's 6 honey blocks, and another 4, so that it's 10 honey blocks in total. What you want to do next is place a regular piston facing down from this honey block, and 1 piston facing up here. You can instantly mirror that on this side. So 2 blocks up, regular piston facing down, observer facing up, sticky piston facing up, 4 honey blocks, 2 to the side, then regular piston facing down. Next step is to build the next part. So build this, sticky piston facing down, an observer facing into that piston, and then a regular piston facing into this direction. Mirror that on this side, so sticky piston facing down, observer facing into that piston, and a normal piston facing into that direction. Then what you want to do is place an observer facing into that piston, and the same on this side. From there, you basically have your flying machine done, except for this little bit where you have to put... No, this is done. I mean, where this bit, you will have to put down an observer facing down, and on the same on the other side. So observer facing down, so that it activates this piston, as you see. Now, I will first save this, so that the flying machine doesn't fly away. You should as well when you test it. And once I press this button, what you'll see is that I messed up something. No, what? Oh yeah, I messed up. I forgot to place in 2 redstone dust here and here, and facing into that block. So what happens now if you press the button is flying machine starts flying up. Oh yeah, don't forget to put in the blocks here as well. Just like this. So this will be my top layer now. I won't make it as high as this flying machine is, so it goes to here. From there on, we will start with the mechanism to send the flying machine back down. So, same as on the other side, place in a block like this, and a shulker box. Then go in and place a button here. The next step is to place a sticky piston on this block facing upwards, an observer on top of that block. Then place a block, it should be a redstone block, the block that you use for redstone, here, and connect it to this. This doesn't have to be obsidian, just, oh wait, yeah, just these two have to be obsidian. So place in your obsidian here and here, and then you can just use regular blocks here and here. Then take out your droppers again and place them on top of these observers. It doesn't matter in what direction they face, and just pull a redstone line on top of everything of this. Then use your repeaters here and here, let them face in this direction, and put them on, I think it was 4 ticks, yeah, put them on 4 ticks delay. From there on, just take 3 blocks on both sides, this, like this, this, and this. Mirror that on this side, this, and this. Put redstone dust on top of them, and then just use a sticky piston facing into this observer and one facing into this observer. This will activate the mechanism for the flying machine to go down. And this is actually the whole machine done. Now you can just, as you can see, door opens. Now if I press this button, it closes. And one little tip, yeah, you will have to place in some lights on these sides, because otherwise it will get really dark, and that's pretty bad. Now the only thing left to do are to build this upper door and to place in the lights and decorate everything. So the next step is to take a redstone block, the third one, and place it on obsidian here, on this side and on this side. Then put a repeater there on 1 tick, and one here as well on 1 tick. Put a block there, a redstone torch, then 1 block apart, doesn't need to be a block here, it would be waste. Then just put 3 blocks in this direction, like you can see here. The third block will have to be out of glass, so like this. Then just take a lot more glass here and here, and the last 2 blocks can be out of normal blocks that are movable, as you can see here. So from there on, no, wait. I made a mistake. No, I didn't. From there on, just put another block here, a redstone on top of it, and more blocks like this. Take out your sticky pistons and place them here and here. And well, I didn't finish the outside, but yeah, 1 second. Use the shulker boxes here again and here, and then just build around here, and put sticky pistons here. on top of the sticky pistons, place a line of blocks, just like this, and make a redstone line go above it. And one here. So what happens now is, when the elevator is on top, then this redstone block will send a signal through these honey blocks, and that will deactivate the redstone torch, will open the door. And when the flying machine goes down, then there won't be any honey blocks here. So the signal can pass through air, can pass through anything. So this stays deactivated, which means the redstone torch stays activated, and that means the pistons are also activated and the door is closed. Now just make a wall here. Oh yeah, you can also, what I wanted to say was, you can place in a block here, that way you will need one redstone dust less, and just make it like this and this. Now this will have to be too high to hide the redstone and stuff, and these blocks should be out of your decorative blocks, so that it doesn't really look like there's some redstone. So just finish this wall, and just like that you're done. This doesn't look good because it's too much of the same block, too much of the same palette, but you can just change it out, make it however you want. Just don't change the redstone and don't change the immovable blocks. To make lighting in the elevator, just place in light blocks on top of the elevator. So this was my first tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. If I could help you, give a like, subscribe. See ya in the next video. Bye!